Konbanwa, minasan. Welcome to the second installment of CarrieOKnoBurogu, Revenge of CarrieOKnoBurogu. We still have a lot of catching up to do. So today I'm going to talk about moving to Hamamatsu and my first week here getting established. Hamamatsu is on the east coast of Japan. It's about halfway between Tokyo and Osaka in Shizuoka Prefecture, and it is the 17th largest city in Japan. It's a pretty nifty place. Like I mentioned last time, I got here on the Shinkansen, the bullet train. Actually, before I left, I had a nifty Japan experience while I was waiting around at the station. I went to a vending machine in Narita at the station to get a drink, which actually turned out to be terrible. It was this kiwi smoothie that was basically like chunky pulp in kiwi juice. It was gross. But anyway, so I put my money into the machine, and all of a sudden there's this voice, "Hello! Welcome to vending machine!" And you know, I like push the button and I get my drink out, and it's like, "Thank you, please come again." So yeah, talking vending machine, which I've come across a number of talking vending machines since then, but those all talk to me in Japanese, so this one was neat. And definitely vending machines are everywhere in Japan. I mean, they're just friggin' everywhere. But they all just sell drinks. Like, I haven't seen any with underwear or any of the crazy stuff that I was told I'd find in Japanese vending machines. So that's a shame, but they're still very convenient, you know, for getting beverages. So yeah, came into Hamamatsu, and my first night in town I stayed at a hotel downtown, which was really nice. It was a great hotel. It was just very pristine and stuff. I mean, tiny little room, but that's Japan for you. But it was a cute place, and the bathroom had a washlet in it, which actually the previous hotel that I had stayed at in Narita also had a washlet, but I forgot to mention this last week. But so, yeah, if you don't know what a washlet is, let me tell you about it. A washlet is a type of Japanese toilet with just these crazy fancy pants features. Some of them will like play music, glow in the dark. Yeah, glow in the dark. Open and close the seat automatically, you know, depending on your proximity, and crazy stuff like that, or like air condition you. But the most common features of washlets are heated seats and a water jet feature, which the ones in my hotel rooms had, and I had a blast with that, no pun intended. The water jet feature is this little spigot inside the toilet that will spray water to cleanse the anus and or vulva of the toilet user. There will be like a little control panel on the side, and there's like a little illustration of a butt, and it says Oshiri, which means butt, and there's like a little picture of like a water jet, and then there will be like a picture of like a girl sitting down, and it'll say bidet, and which means bidet. And yeah, you push the button and it's warmed up, warm water, so that's nice, I guess, and you can like control the strength of the water jet. So yeah, no, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I think we should get that in the States. I felt very clean. It was neat. But here in my apartment where I live, no such fancy technology. I just live in a little bitty place with no fancy. Well, there's something interesting about my toilet, but you'll see that on the apartment tour. And I'm just gonna keep you in suspense until then. But definitely nothing nearly so fancy here. So yeah, my first night spent in the hotel. We got in pretty late into town, so my first taste of Hamamatsu was of evening/nighttime Hamamatsu, which is great because the city is just gorgeous at night. Everything is all lit up everywhere. There's just tons of lights, and the buildings are like futuristic and sort of looking, some of them, and just shiny and pretty, and everything's really neat looking. So the view from my 7th-story hotel room was lovely. Um, you probably saw in the slideshow that I opened my last post with lots of urban nighttime pictures, and I didn't take those pictures, but those are all of Hamamatsu, so they'll show you what it looks like at night. It's definitely very pretty. And then in the daytime, I mean, it's pretty then too, not so shiny, but the sidewalks downtown are like all like the sort of like tannish colored like tile sort of stuff instead of concrete, so they look really nice, and it's really just a beautiful downtown. I like it very much. So yes, then the next day I met up with my IC, or independent contractor. She's someone hired by my company to help me get settled and established in Japan. Really nice lady. So she took me to my place, helped me buy some essentials for it, and futon, and get all moved in. And I've done a lot of my shopping at the Hyakuen shop, 100 yen store. It's 100 yen's like $1, so it's like a dollar store, but it's actually really nothing like a dollar store. Because the stuff they sell at Japanese dollar stores is like good, like quality stuff, and a really big selection too. So I got like all like my kitchenware, like cups and mugs and plates and a pot and pan, and just like most of the stuff in my apartment, dollar store. So that was definitely really handy. Blah, 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 blah. So shopping, met with my local board of education, not that interesting. And then, right after moving here, my first assignment for my company was to attend this educational seminar sort of thing for all the local elementary school teachers, where they got this like lecture in Japanese on like how to run good English lessons, which was really boring for me to sit through because I didn't understand most of it. That's okay, I wasn't supposed to. But then they broke the teachers up into groups of 6 and had them come up with demo lessons, and then assign each of us ALTs to a group to help them out with ideas and to facilitate their demo. And that was a little tough because the thing about elementary school teachers in Japan is that they don't usually speak English. Like elementary school teachers in the States, they teach a little bit of all subject areas, but are not necessarily experts in any of those. So they didn't really speak English. My Japanese is not very good, so and pretty much our communication consisted of like me expressing some game idea in like terrible broken Japanese, and then them like talking amongst each other for 5 minutes, and me just sitting there being like awkward. But eventually we broke the ice a little bit, because our target vocabulary was items of clothing, and they wanted to know the word for underwear. And then they were a little, uncertain about, like, is this for boys and girls undergarments? Or so I spent a few minutes delineating to these elementary school teachers the difference between panties, boxers, and briefs, which they seemed to find very interesting, and that really, I think, made it a little easier to communicate with each other. We were a little more relaxed after that. And one of them even made me this great Doraemon hat, which has been invaluable in my school lessons since then. I even wore it on the bus on the way back home that day, just kind of for shits and giggles, and got all kinds of great interested comments from Japanese passers-by, and they'd be like, "Oh, Doraemon desu!" And it was fun.